Alright, so here we are at day 6. We're still at Minlaton Caravan Park at the moment. We had another sleep in today, so getting on in days. Must be getting tired, I reckon. We're just having a little bit of breakfast, another bacon and eggs. And then it's just started to drizzle outside, so it's been drizzling for a little bit, so hopefully that doesn't muddy up our tracks too much today. Well, that'll be a pain in the bum. But I'm just going to go for a quick wander over to that animal sanctuary or whatever it was over the road there that I spotted yesterday before we leave, and then we'll head off and hit the road. So we're just getting ready to head out for the day, and I just checked on my batteries over here, and this is the lowest they've been since we've had the van. So we're down to 74%. We're not taking in, we're taking very little solar in at the moment, next to nothing, because there's no sun out there yet. It's all overcast, and it's actually raining right now. So yeah, so 74%, that's the lowest we've got. Now we used the microwave last night, I used the electric hot water, lights, charged my computer, charged my phone. Yeah, we didn't skimp on power at all, we just used whatever we needed. And yeah, down to 74%. So, because there's no solar charging today, we'll be mostly charging from the alternator, just from our driving. So we'll see how much that comes back up with all our driving that we're going to do today. So we just pulled up outside of this animal conservation place, and there's emus just there already. Echo is blissfully unaware that there's emus out there. No idea. Great guard dog. Seem like they're not overly fussed by visitors. Oh, old mate over here is coming back. That's pretty cool. Hey, mate. Obviously they have a lot of visitors come here and they don't seem to be scared of any of them. I'm standing here with this fella, and I can see off in the distance over here there's a whole family of them coming over. They obviously think I've got some sort of food over here. Look at those big feet. Someone has finally seen what we're looking at over here. She's telling me to get back. It's not safe. There's quite a few of them come around now. Not overly happy about the emus. What are they, Echo? They're big birdies. This sign's talking about a davit. It was a manual winching method for raising and lowering boats from the cliff top to water level using stable uprights, supports, cables and winches. It says it was a convenient and safe way of storing fishing boats from storm damage. That's pretty cool. And then out here, there's all the old poles. So they had a big storm come through and destroyed heaps of them back in the day. But this is Bluff Point. A few little houses up there. Bit of a nice little cove here. This is part of the northern end of Yorke Bay. which is all down this way further. And way, way, way off in the distance is Point Turton. So I found another signboard that says that they sustained one of its worst storms in May of 1954, and that's when all of this got trashed. The beach shelter was washed away and all the structures were rebuilt by the local residents not long after. It's just drizzling a little bit here at the moment, not too bad. Okay, so these are the winches that were used until the 1980s to lift the boats up to the davits for safety. They've just got them here on a little display. Okay, so this is Bluff Beach. Echo's keen to go in the water as per usual. I thought we're just doing a walk along the shore today. There's a little beach shelter over there that they're talking about up on those signs. There's some little caves and stuff under here. Under this rocky bit where the houses are. Might go and have a quick look at that. Echo's super excited because she thinks there's going to be rock pools here where she can swim in. So yeah, so this is the little... They're just hollowed out by the water. I don't think anything actually lives in any of these, but kind of fun to explore. So this here is Barker's Rocks. And Echo having a wee. So down there's some more rocks. We might go for a walk that way and have a look. There are loads and loads of cuttlefish all over the beach here. Heaps of them. Barker's Rocks. It's a bit covered in seaweed. Lots of little rock pools that Echo wants to get in. Kind of thought there'd be like a big island of rocks or something, maybe a big cliff of rocks. Oh nope, this is it. So we just climbed up this massive big sand hill right here. You can see all the coastline. There's a big farmhouse over there. And then all the farming lands out here. Just pretty amazing. Okay, having a good time? You having fun? We'll keep walking? Yeah? Okay, come on. So we just walked up over the next dune. And there's our van down there. So this is the Barker's Rocks campground. This is originally where I was going to stay last night, but it was a bit late by the time we made it to Minlaton, and we just ended up staying there. So it would have been really cool to stay out here actually. It's quite nice. Not a lot of people here. Well, there's no one here actually. Not right now anyway. Whether they were here last night or not, I'm not sure, but yeah. So, but it's early in the day today, so we'll keep moving. We'll find another campground somewhere else, stay the night. But yeah, this is Barker's Rocks. So we just did a little pull off just before Port Rickaby because we've seen these massive big sand hills over here. I thought, let's climb up on top of that. So we're going to go for a wander up there. Away from the actual coastline. Still very pretty up here. It's a nice high lookout. There's the town of Port Rickaby. And all the farmland. There she is. There's the van. We haven't lost her. Heaps good views. So pretty. You'll fall off the edge, be careful. It's actually really, really steep. That was actually really fun. It was really steep too. Don't know if you could tell from my footsteps on the way back down was sliding back down again, but it was heaps of fun up there, and you got really good views as well, so that was cool. All right, it's just starting to spit rain now, so we might head into Port Rickaby and have a look at their jetty and all that there. Look at that dark cloud in the background. Wow, that's super grey. Hopefully it holds off until we find our camp tonight, and then it can rain, and we'll take tomorrow as it comes. On this side, yep. Good girl, yes, yes, good job. Okay, so this is Port Rickaby. We're just going to go for a wander out on that jetty there. There was a bit of information back at the start, so that was kind of cool. And I'll let you know about it. So there's a sign at the start of this jetty saying that it's the heart of Port Rickaby. It was once a bustling port and now a popular holiday destination. Port Rickaby was established in 1876 for the exportation of farm produce and importation of supplies to the surrounding district. It was named after Thomas Rickaby, a prominent local landholder and personality. It also goes on to say the jetty was constructed in 1879 at a cost of £1,235. Okay, so we're just up at the top of the Port Rickaby lookout. You can see a lot of ocean from up here. Behind all those trees, that's their caravan park in there, which looks rather large actually. So all of this car park here, and then part of that caravan park, that was where they would stack all their bags of grain to be shipped out on that jetty that we walked along. There's a few houses and whatnot over there. Lots of dark clouds. And then all the farming area where they got all their grain from to ship out. So it's a nice sleepy little town. I might head back to the van now and have some lunch, I reckon. And then we'll see where we're going to head off to next. So we're just going to make ourselves a quick sandwich for lunch. Nothing too exciting. Bit of leftover dinner. We had some chicken and spinach and feta, bit of dog fur, rissoles for dinner last night. So I'm going to chop one of them up and put it on a sandwich. Also, I'm going to put a bit of my gherkin dip on there. Been having that with a bit of bickies and dip for lunch on some of the days, so it's quite nice. So we'll use that as our spread today. Just going to chop one of these up. Just going to eat it cold. So delicious. Bit of that on there, bit of that. A little cheese. That was the main reason why we had to call into the IGA the other day, was to get more cheese. Because Echo likes a bit of cheese in her breakfast and dinner. I like a bit of cheese on mine as well. That's pretty it. That's it. Nice and simple. Lunch. So we've been sitting here at Port Rickaby for probably about an hour and a half or so now. We had some lunch. We've just been sitting here looking out the window. It's been raining most of the time that we've been here. But it's only 2 o'clock. So we're going to drive on. We'll see if we can get out to another campground and have a look out there. But I don't think we're probably going to stay at the campground if it's going to keep raining. We might just continue through to Port Victoria. And they've got a caravan out there. Plus they've got campgrounds on the showgrounds. So we'll see what that's like out there. We'll see if we make it that far. Who knows? We might stop at the next campground. You never know. We'll just take it as it comes. Have a look at this coming up. This does not look friendly. So I've just stopped in the middle of the road because I seen this back here. All this dirt spewed out everywhere. And I'm like, oh my God, I think that's a wombat hole. Look at that. I hope anyone's home. Oh, did you see that? I reckon I just seen a leg move in there. That is really cool. I might get a better shot. That was cool. There's a few of them around here. So that's one, obviously, that I see dug out onto the side of the road. And then where I just stopped the van, there's more dugouts up here. So they're probably all connected. I bet you the farmer hates it. Look, here's another one. Look, there's more out there in his actual field. Some over there. See if anyone's home in this one. Can't see anyone in that one. Got all their little tracks along here where they come in and out and wander around. Oh, there's two big ones here. Try not to fall in the hole. Yeah, so how cool is that? Well, cool for me, probably not cool for the farmer. There's a little hole over there as well. This is obviously their little spot. Lots of holes. That was awesome. Now this one's a big one. I reckon I can nearly crawl in this one. Oh, it's a double entry. Look at that. Sorry. Don't know if anyone's home. I can see poop. That's about all I can see though. So they're probably all in around underneath the road and whatnot. So yes, that was a big one. All the little tracks there. Guess I will find quite a few more along the road. Feel a bit like Steve Irwin there with me wombats. Oh, did you see that foot there? This is a very narrow little road that I take up just about all of. So we're in a bit of trouble if anyone else starts coming the other way. You tired, Pop? Would you like to hop out here and have a walk around? Do you think you might like to get out and have a little adventure? Do you have enough energy for that? Eh? You're too tired. Yeah, we're gonna hop out. Gonna go for a walk? Would you like to go for a walk? Come on, let's go for a walk. So we've made it through that very tight and windy road. We're just at Roadside Beach. I think it's actually called Ada Beach. And we're just walking up. It's another one of those ones where you can drive out onto it. So we're just walking up the road. They've got some road works back there, so they're obviously doing the grading the roads or something like that. So hopefully it'll be a better drive out, provided we can get past them. And it's not a super skinny road like that last one that we just came through. So yeah, we're going to walk out here, have a look what this beach looks like. Come on. And yeah, I'll let you know. So this is the top campground, the last one you can stay at. We pulled up in the first one because I wasn't sure how far up you could drive. But this is the beach views from here. I was maybe going to stay here, but just the drive in and looking at the actual campgrounds and that, like, it's really sandy and soft. There's a lot of holes. They're doing those road works back there. So yeah, if it rains overnight, we could get stuck. So we'll keep going. This road work that they've got going on here at the moment, all the parts of the road where they haven't actually done yet, perfectly fine. They're not overly bumpy, they're not slippery or anything like that. The section of road that I just drove through that they are working on, they've churned it all up. It's all just mud. That was more stressful than driving through those big puddles. It was bogging me down. I was like, they're gonna have to pull me out. So hopefully there's not too much more of this to go. Oh, that's a big rut. Oh, that was slippery. Oh, let's just get off this road. Okay, so we made it to Port Victoria. There's a lot of rain out there. We did pull up at the jetty to get out and have a bit of a look around in that first, but we sat there for a while and it was kind of raining a bit too much, so we decided we'll just call around to the caravan park, get ourselves a site, and if it stops raining before it gets dark, we might go for a bit of a wander. Otherwise, we'll just wait until tomorrow. But we're all settled in. It's about 3:30 in the afternoon now, and this might be us for the rest of the night now. Okay, so the rain seems like it's pretty settled in for the night, so I guess we should probably do the same and settle in. Make a bit of dinner, and then have a bit of relaxed time together. I think a little bit of a snuggle on the couch. Even though we didn't drive very far today, it was still quite stressful with all the water on the roads and the muddy roads from that road work. That was terrible. But I'll give you a quick check-in on the battery, seeing as we did that this morning. So currently we're sitting at 93%, which has had 0 solar. That's just from our driving. So we're not sitting too bad still. We're doing all right. But yeah, booked into the caravan park. We'll take you for a tour around tomorrow. Hopefully when it's not raining. Well, regardless of whether it's raining or not, we'll still get out there and tour around. And then, yeah, after Port Victoria, we'll just continue to head up the coast a bit more. And, I don't know, we'll see where the road takes us.